Okay, we're back online. Oh my God, that took forever. Okay, simple. Okay, reconnection successful. Nice. So we'll do zygomatic arch here. We'll do this here, right? Okay. So I have an B is brush. Do I have one for eraser? Oh, I do have one for eraser. Nice. So it's based off of pen pressure. It is based off of pen pressure. That's cool. Right, so get rid of E. All right, now we're back. Last stream ended the second time you went live. Yeah, internet cut out, bud. So, okay. So, what are we gonna do? Let's do just basic boxes. Oopsies. Was a little higher. We'll just do basic boxes for now. What? We'll do overhead. It's actually really bad. Okay. So why are we doing boxes? Well, we want to go over fundamentals again, right? We'll do 45-degree angle. Yeah. Like the beveled edge. Um, shit. Actually, lost track of where everything was. I don't want to go like straight into painting, so we'll do a. Is there a paint bucket tool? So kind of like a neutral. Great. So then we'll do a red, a bit more there, maybe. Go back to the brush. Increase the size on this fucker. We're just gonna do boxes for now. Why is the opacity? Can I just do like a basic round brush? Oh, I'm doing the opacity brush, that's why. There we go. That makes way more sense. We'll do this. And it's actually way easier on an iPad. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do this. That kind of makes sense. We'll do purple. Why purple? But we'll do like a lighter purple. So there's oh, never mind, not that light. And we'll do a mid value. There we go. A darker purple. Why? Because I want to show you guys pretty basic principle. I think this color wheel is pretty inefficient, at least like digitally, right? Okay, so color wheel, pretty digital. Um, advanced, we'll do settings. Configure toolbar. What is it? Preferences? Open existing project. Document, file, tools, configure Krita. Okay. So for color management, color selector, we don't want to do HSV. So that's hue, saturation, value, right? We do actually want to do HSV. But what we do want, interesting. They don't have, okay, whatever. Okay, so this is hue. This changes the hue, if you see here, up and down. This is saturation. If you see here, if you lower the saturation all the way down to the left, it will be black and white values, right? If you go all the way to the right, it's going to look super like bright and saturated. So we're going to click this instead, which is in the middle, right? Okay. So, and then here, value, hue, saturation, value, and then value adjusts like how dark or light is going to be, right? So this is the base color. We want to go a little bit darker, which is about a quarter darker here. And then we're going to adjust the hue on the color wheel just a little bit. You could do it here or here on hue, but we're going to adjust this going towards, so the ambient color is the background. The ambient light is going to come from here, but let's say that there's like a stronger power source, which is yellow, which is way up here, right? Let's say it's yellow, which is the opposite of purple, right? So we're going to do here, and then we're going to adjust this towards yellow, which means a little bit more red. Where's the eyedropper? What's the sample color? Oh, it's P. That's such a weird. Okay. We're going to sample that color, and then we're going to adjust this towards yellow just a little bit, right? And then we're going to darken this. I'm going to go back to brush, which is B, right? See? Or do you just change the hue? It doesn't really matter, right? Like you can go back the other way. And then we're going to go darker than that, right? So we're going to go back, absorb this. We're going to go the other way. And instead of going a quarter of the way, we're going to go halfway, right? It's called the rule of halfway to black. This is a color theory from Scott Robertson. Well, it's been around since like forever, right? H depth, right? So here you go. Of course, like these edges are super, super sloppy. And then you can do the exact same thing here. We're going to color here. We're going to go a quarter of the way, right? We're going to go towards the yellow, just a little bit. And that's it. Go back. So we're going to do the exact same side. Why do we change the hue instead of just the value? Because it looks muddy. That's why. Because when you change, like, because light isn't just like black and white, there are hue changes as well. So we're going to go back to P, which is this. So we're going to go away from yellow this time, just for, hue variety. And like, there's like different color theories about this actually, and like light theories, but I think it's just like more appealing, like visually, if you have like that kind of color variety. You can actually go crazy with the hue variants, right? You can actually do this if you wanted to. See that? It's like crazy hue variance. You can go back to P, and you can change this all the way to like blue, right? So this actually looks pretty flat, but look, it still like applies the same thing, right? And the cool thing is you can go back to the original one, the original red, add another layer, right? And then paint over these, both of these. And then you can lower the opacity of this one, and it unifies those colors even more. You see what I mean? See? Unifies the colors. Boom. Cool trick, huh? And then you can merge these down. Merge. One layer below. Cool. Right, so we're going to get rid of this yellow. Cool. So these are like fundamentals of like painting, right? So like you hue variance and like color variance, right? So hue, this is the first bar, saturation, how intense the color is, and then value, how dark or light it is. Like hue is like the color itself. So how does this apply to boxes? Like why are we doing boxes? Because this actually applies to other shapes as well, right? So if we get rid of these boxes, um, we can turn these into an egg. Let's do P again. And then we're going to erase this. Okay, so we're going to draw a little bit bolder. Okay, so we're going to do an egg. Oopsies, wrong color. Go up to maybe 5. I'll do an egg, right? I wish I had like a mirror function. I gotta actually set that up off stream, like for flipping. Okay, so why do we do an egg? I'll show you why we do an egg. We'll pick a random color. Let's go back here again, right? Kind of like a peach. You'll see why I chose peach like later. So peach here, kind of like a flesh color. Looks kind of icky. Very, very opaque. We don't have to be within the lines, it's okay. Okay, so let's say that there is a light source, say like a purple, like a very intense purple light source from above, and it's pointing here, right? So what's going to happen? We're going to use logic here. But remember what we learned. So we're going to go quarter of the way in terms of value, right? And then we're going to do, so the light is purple. So we're going to actually go away from the purple, right? Because it's going to get darker. And then we're going to maybe probably reduce this to like 70 or 80 or something, right? Oopsies. Okay. So actually the terminal, I'm going to go a little bit darker, is actually a bit darker. So we're going to actually exaggerate this. This is like a little bit darker than a quarter. We can even exaggerate it even more by increasing and then just changing the hue even more, right? Almost to like an orange. Why do we do that? Well, it's because there's a bounce light. Like the light from the surrounding area here, do you see where that's located? It's all the way over here, right? Because we were over here on the left side, but the ambient light, which is from the ambient background, needs to reflect onto this egg that we drew, right? So we're going to do this. Look where it is right here. It's on the complete opposite side. The thing is, though, we're not going to like pull this hue all the way back here. It's just going to be magnetized. It's going to pull towards this color a little bit, right? So the thing is, it goes through the path of least resistance. So we could go this way, right? But it's going to take way longer to go all the way around. So we're going to go a little bit more towards the yellow because it's a shorter path. And then we're going to lower the saturation a little bit, you know? Let's see. So again, we're going to use that same logic. Go a little bit lighter, just the smallest little bit. And we're going to lower the shit, the value. Sorry, the saturation. So there's like less intensity of light, and we're going to pull towards yellow. Oopsies, that makes it look a little too dark. HSV. So I'm going to go a little lighter. Yeah. So boom, light, lighter, value. Sorry, saturation. But if you see how it pulls away, like even if we lower the saturation, we have to adjust for like that saturation value because light isn't like just simple numbers. We can actually do it with like opacity a little bit. There we go. There we go. See? And then we're going to take this color and what are we going to do? I'm going to pull towards that intensity. And like this is like all very like super crazy calculated and shit, right? But at the end of the day, like why do we do this, right? I hate this background color, I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm going to take this and we'll do like a green, but like a little bit more like that. Okay. Maybe like more neutral. There we go. Okay. So why do we do this? I'm not going to draw it. Okay. So why do we do this? Because everything has a shape, right? We're going to do this. Do a head, which is kind of like an oval, right? Technically, it's like a lot of ovals. I can't draw on this fucking tablet. Holy shit, I'm like losing space. Oh my god, dude. Like I like jumped all the way over here. Okay. So, we'll do the eyes as if it's a skull, right? Cheekbones, right? Here. See that? Cool, right? Eye sockets. Let's make them look to the right. A little arch. Let's give him a little bulbous nose, kind of like Greek, right? See? Cool. It's the same thing. It's an egg. So when we render it, we can actually just copy and paste, right? I hate that color. Like I like the colors I chose were absolutely trash, but there's actually a fix for it. So we'll just do this, right? We'll just do something really quick. Rant. Super, super quick. can literally just take that and then use it, right? So what we could do is just say it's the same lighting, just do this, right? The thing is, though, it has its own contours. We could just like do this, honestly, because we'll just say like the head is an egg, right? We'll just do that. We could just do that. It'll be fine. It'll be passable. We don't even have to do like the bounce light, right? And like the terminal. But the thing is, though, there's an issue with this. What is that issue? That issue is that this has a 3D form outside of being an egg. So how do we draw that? How do we envision that, right? Because an egg, if you think about it, Jesus, I can't, like my spacing is so bad. Like I can't like control this tablet. It's been so long since I've drawn a tablet, right? This, oopsies, has, if you imagine like a wireframe over like an egg, right? So the original wireframe is going to be a little bit like this. It's going to fit over. It's actually a really bad egg. Yeah. See, it's more like a watermelon. See, it has its own like faces and planes. And we could do the same here with the face, right? This has its own like contours that it follows, right? Oopsies, it's a little flat there, right? And then even the smaller shapes have their own contours. That's something you have to keep in mind, like when you're painting this, right? So we're gonna get rid of like the wireframes. We could do the same color. I think it's an incredibly boring color. So we're gonna do ramp, little that. We'll do. I fucking hate this light so much. Let's get rid of this fucking light. Jesus Christ. I don't know why I chose that. It's been so long since I painted. I apologize. Okay, let's do something a little bit more interesting. Um, we're going to color select this, and then we are going to, we're going to lean towards purple, a little bit darker, right? And then you can actually adjust it with the opacity. We're going to use like a smaller brush, like in the 50s. And remember, we'll try to keep the same lighting style, right? So we're going to use quarter, hold on, P. We're going to use quarter value rather than half. We're going to use a quarter, maybe a third. And then we're just going to pull towards this hue a little bit. So we're just going to try to keep in mind, that we're going to kind of drench this whole side in shadow. See, it's the same principles, right? But before, now we're like paying attention to like the lighting itself and like the shape of the thing that we're painting instead of like, oh, everything is just a, see, this is an egg as well, but it's an egg on top of an egg. This is an egg, but just like a sideways egg. See, I actually want really simple shadows as in like this is a shape, because if you pull this away, look, it's a simple shape, right? And you can do the same here. Cool, right? Now if you want to make this a little bit darker, you want to go to the relative base rather than like here. You don't want to just go here and then just go darker just for the sake of getting darker. You can if you want to, but in the beginning, you probably want to go back to like halfway to black theory, right? Because this is still in light. Like halfway to black is like usually the darkest you want to go for something, right? And we're going to pull all the way over here. And we can actually kind of go wild with the colors. Like this determines like the light. It's being pulled away from it. Cool, huh? Actually, I didn't realize. Do you guys have any questions? Blah, stream ended. Okay. So yeah. Cool, huh? See? This is all just like a sketch. But it's like the same kind of thing. And if it looks like a little bland, what you can do is you can do this, and you can maybe adjust the coloring to the, see? It's a little bit brighter, a little cooler too. And then we'll have our reflectivity, because, we have the reflectivity of that. We'll do a little spot. So we're going to pull away towards the yellow a bit more intensely, right? But it's going to lose a little bit of the intensity of that. So a lot of people, when they do like highlights, they're just like, oh, it's a dot, right? But that's actually not true, because again, this has like its own shape, right? So you don't want to just choose a random shape like a star. Like, hey, that's my highlight, right? Again, it has to follow the form, right? So you can do that. If that's too intense, you can go here. You would actually like a lot of people when they're afraid of colors and they're afraid of like failing and making it look like too crazy, is that they'll, when they paint, they go for like non-bold choices. You actually want to go for bold choices because you can always tone it down after, right? Because if I go here and it's like, oh, that light is too intense, cool, fine, whatever. You just do this, take that color, you lower the opacity, and then you just paint over it, right? You paint over it and you bring it down a bit more, right? And then, like, oh, there's like not enough darkness, there's not enough like terminal, right? You can do that. Again, it's not just going to be a line, right? It has to follow its own like form. See? Like we're going to do the cheeks. But the issue with this is there's more detail in the shadow than there is with the things in the light, which makes no sense because shadows should be simpler because you can see more in the light. So this should be simpler just from an aesthetic point of view, and also just like makes more sense. People kind of get like carried away with shadows. If you look at like any of the best painters, like the subtlety is in the things that are bathed in light, like the halftones, you know. And again, like these colors are like relatively boring, and you can actually apply this. And like one of the things that people make a mistake with when it comes to like flesh color, it's all relative. Like color is relative, right? Because let's say this was purple, entirely purple, right? Like, well, a person's face isn't entirely purple. Well, what if you're in a purple room? You know, what if you have like light skin and you are in a purple room and all the light is purple? Well, it's going to be relative, right? So you could just do the same thing. We're going to go, hell, we'll just keep it, we'll go bold. Instead of doing a quarter, we'll do halfway to black. and we'll go a different side. Instead of going from the left, we're going to go from the right. Like the light will go from the right. Great. We're going to go here. See? Well, you'll be like, well, Balverine, the light is like too intense, you know? Well, if that's the case, you can just do this. I'm going to absorb this color. I don't like the shape of that, to be honest with you. It's not really following the contour. And then just lower the opacity. Right. Yeah. Cool, right? But then again, you want to pull away from that original hue. You don't have to do that, but I highly suggest you do because look, like this color looks a little muddy. Like these two colors when they clash. Because all I did was like adjust the value, right? All I did was like went this way with just the value. But what you need to do is like adjust the hue as well. See? It looks way more interesting. Like the darkness looks a little bit warmer. Cool, right? Kissy kissy. This is all actually really, really muddy. But okay, so that's just like general color theory for now. I can go into other stuff in the future. We're gonna do doodles. Oodles of doodles. I actually want this. Maybe a little bit. We will do this. Shit. Not a copy of the background. Boom. What? Why is it a copy of the background? What the fuck? I don't want to do a copy of the background. Just fucking. I don't. Oh, I just. Okay, that's what that button does. It makes a copy of the background. It just makes a copy. I'm fucking stupid. Okay, so we'll do this. Do you guys have any questions? No, doesn't seem like it. Okay, so we'll do. I don't know. We'll do a little drawing. What are we drawing? We could do something with a reference. You guys want to do something with a reference? We could do anybody on Twitter. Tech? You guys want to do tech? Yeah, we could do tech. Let's do tech. Our resident smart boy slash troll. How do we do this? Open image, a new tab. Someone's gonna come into the stream. We're like, why do you have a shrine of tech? I don't know, dude. Okay, so well, there's a reason why I don't choose like straight black because one, it just like doesn't look that great, but two, like I like doing like a really dark saturated red. Okay, we're just gonna go for general shapes. We're just not okay. So what are the things about like this photo, at least like text head, that like stand out, right? So we're just gonna go with like large 2D shapes right now. We're not like gonna go into like the anatomy or anything like that. We're just gonna go things to stand out. He has like a really long neck. I don't think his jaw is that like chiseled. It's more like rounded, right? So we're gonna do kind of like a round. His hair is just wild. It looks like my lesbian aunt's haircut. Everyone has a lesbian aunt who has the same haircut. Sorry, Tech. Love you, man, but get a different haircut. Okay. Right. So he has like a really long neck. He looks like very eager, right? Like, hey guys, I want to get into Pro League. Guess who's back in Pro League? It's me, Tech. Okay, so he has his glasses. He can overemphasize his glasses. We can always do that last, right? Right. Oh my god. I never thought I'd be doing this. That's funny. Ruh. If you're wondering why I have the time to do this, it's because I work for myself. I'm like pseudo retired. Right. Okay. So we don't want to get into like that shape too much. Um this whole like this is so ridiculous. Hey guys. Um he has like really like bushy eyebrows. Kind of like a worried appearance, right? Is Tech Asian? I wonder if he's like part Asian. What if I just stopped it there? Right. I don't know what this haircut is. It's wild. It's like it was chiseled onto him, you know? Reminds me of my little brother when he was like younger. He had like a very similar haircut. They have like very similar hair. I'm Asian, so like that's why I was wondering if Tech is like part Asian. See, I'm like worrying about all these like random ass details, but I should be focused more on like the shapes of whatever the fuck I'm looking at. I don't think we draw his eyes. I think we try to make him like inscrutable. You know what I mean? Like kind of like an anime antagonist. You know, like when they're um like when the anime antagonist's like glasses go like they glare. I don't think we draw his eyes. Okay, so this is so bad. I haven't drawn with a fucking tablet in forever. I'd rather just like draw with like a pencil, to be honest. But you know, we do what we can. I can't like do that digitally. I don't have like a hand cam. Ugh. Yes. Dude, I can't. I have like no fine precision. with This fucking tablet. I don't know how people play Osu. I saw Doki play Osu earlier, um, and he's like insanely precise. Like I don't know how the fuck people do it. So we'll just go into race mode, clean up. You guys want to like fuck with it a little bit more? What do you think? Do you guys have any ideas of how we can fuck with it? So we'll give him like little glare, like an enemy antagonist glare. It's got to be looking down. So we'll adjust like the height of his lips and his nose, because he is looking down, like technically, right? So we'll do. It's got to be the weirdest thing. So So if you look at here, the nose is higher than the ears, which is like a telltale sign. We'll lower the ears. Okay, let's round out his features a little bit more. I'll go back to here. I literally just like lose um where the center of this digital pen is, you know. His eyes are here, so top of his ears. His jaw is actually longer, but for the sake of this photo, like of this drawing, I want to just see what it looks like, you know, without, because like we're doing like a caricature, you know, we're not doing like a one to one. We're not trying to make it like look realistic, right? So that was a short nose. Like his septum is like right there. I wonder if he had like a deviated septum at some point. And then this, boom. The philtrum is right there. Am I crazy? Or like, it's just not look like him at all. I don't know. His chin is so tiny in the drawing. Oh my god. Okay, okay. All right, we'll try to make it a little bit more. How about we make him a Giga Chad, bro? Let's make him a Giga Chad. Let's do it. Take the Giga Chad. No, the chin's got to be like down here, right? And then like more square, and then like just fucking huge neck, like neck mercs, right? No, I'm not gonna do that. Um, yeah, it's a little bit stronger. I don't like. So I want to keep like the essence of it. I think we kind of lost the essence of it, to be honest with you. Whatever. I'm just having some fun here. And all these lines are just so like not confident at all because I'm just like not that confident with this medium like I used to be. Like I have like no precision, right? I could write my name, but look like, dude, I can't even Valvarine, right? Okay, so we're gonna do a sketch version. Now we did that, right? So we're gonna do um okay, so we'll do like a little bit more analytical version, right? So we'll do boom. Zygomatic arch is here, right? Pulls down, which means he's looking up. Here, boom, 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 right? Am I crazy? Yeah. So it'd be here, right? Fulton here, 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 here. Is that right? Is that And then sternocleidomastoid here, triceps. Cool. Yeah, that makes sense. So, okay. Yeah, whatever. Um, I should probably check comments. Do we have questions? I'm already in the stream. Wahahaha. Okay. So I guess we're sort of drawing tech. I don't know. Um, sorry, tech. Again, dude, what is this haircut? I'm so judgmental right now. I feel bad. Okay, whatever. Let's just paint this super, super quick. Uh, he's like pale as a ghost, right? So we'll just do rant. Still like a more central, neutral color. Whatever. A little brighter. Give him some rose. Again, this is just sketching. Just super, super sloppy. Right. I want like an iPad again so I can actually have control over what I'm drawing. I don't like the lighting in this. It's like this overhead lighting, right? Where it looks like it's like here I'll show you. It like the way it's lit, it's so weird, right? It's like this. Like this is how the shadows play out. And it creates this like weird like center like it has like no like you see what I mean? In terms of like lighting. Like whoever the gaffer was on this did not do a good job. Or whoever was like the art direction in this photo. Not that great. See? Like it's like a weird I think we could do better. Can we do better? No, I think we have to do it this way though, because of the glare. Because we want to do that weird anime glare, right? Where it's like this. You know what I mean? Where like his face is inscrutable and you can't like read what he's doing, right? Like, what is Tech's next plan? Find out next week. I don't know. Whatever, let's just stick with these colors. I'm getting bored. Whatever. Right. Uh, we'll do something within the same like wheelhouse. Ugh. Don't like that shape. I don't like the background color either. Mm-mm. This is so ridiculous. Okay, we'll do a little bit lighter maybe. Uh, for his hair. I don't know, man. Who fucking knows? I'm kind of like done with it at this point. I'm tired, man. Actually, I'm been up like all night. Kind of like take a nap. My sleep schedule's fucked. He kind of looks like a Yankee from like Japan, like 80s Japan. You know what I mean? Like the dudes who got in trouble all the time. Do this, color that in. See, it's such an ugly like color, like here, right? It's really, really ugly. So we're gonna go for more, a little bit lighter, but like a bit more saturated, you know? This is such a stupid sketch. Oh my God. This haircut is wild, man. Okay, let's fix the shape in this. B. Also, like that Drake diss where he was like dissing Kendrick Lamar. I think it was like most recent diss where he said you need to be sharper, right? Because it's like he's trying to do like a musical pun. There is no like B sharp in like music theory. I don't know where he got that from. He said B sharper. Jesus. Da, 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 da. We'll do. I don't know. Apply some lighting maybe on the smaller features. Yeah, fuck it. Whatever. It's a bit more intense. There. Darker. Dude, it kind of looks like a baller, to be honest. Now, it's like a evil anime protagonist. Oh shit! Forgot to. Sorry, tech. Actually, I feel like I made you look cooler. Um, whatever. Let's do this shape, shapey. Ugh, not good. I like how graphical it looks, to be honest with you. I think we can actually just hint at that shape. Like we don't have to actually do that shape. So we can hint at that shape by like starting the shape, right? See what I mean? So it kind of like hints at it by starting that shape. Oh yeah, fuck. Forgot I opted for this color. Can we do darker? And maybe, yeah, that looks good. Whatever. Some random ass wrinkles. I don't like this background color, man. It looks so weird. Okay, so we're here on the spectrum, right? We can do opposite, right? Can't we? We can do like a mid-tone. What would we do? What if we did super saturate? Ugh, looks awful. Oh, I kind of like this direction though. Oh, what if I think we do darker so we can get like that double banger? Yeah, for like that double emphasis on whatever the fuck this is. Okay, so we'll paint this in from the outside in. Oops. Oopsies. I kind of like that. Like we painted outside of the lines here, but I do want to see what the shape looks like. Oh, I like that original shape better. What if we made up for it with this shape? Kind of gave it more umph. And then here we gave this more umph, you know, like that. This does need to slope a bit, so I think we cut into it a bit from the outside. There we go. Kind of give them a bit more of an attitude. Yeah, it's a bit more attitude like. Cool. And then we'll do red in the background. So I think we'll do select. Which one's magic wand? Fuck me. Is there a magic wand tool? Colorize. Oh, colorize mask tool. I forgot about that. That's such a good one. Really, really good. Contiguous selection. What does that mean? I guess it means that. So magic wand. We'll do something super intense like this red, right? And then we'll do just cool. What if we just did oof? Oh, what happened here? What the fuck? No. Well, I should probably. Okay, so we're gonna. Whoa. Oh shit. That's not good. Let's revert everything. Okay, so shit. Deselect. Control Shift D. How do you deselect? What is the button for deselect? I don't know what that button is. Okay, deselect. Let's do this then. All right. Kind of looks like the same result as if I drew it from fucking mouse, to be honest with you. Ugh. Okay, so we are painting that back in using this color again. I think we're just, the goal of this is just to keep it super graphical, right? Keep it super, super simple. Do we even need to do this outside part? Yeah, we actually do. Shit. All right, let's make this a little thicker. See if we can just do it in. Oopsies. All right. Oh, does that look better? I don't know. Oh, it has like little sketchy things in the middle. We could fix that after. Okay, so I'm just mostly worried about shape at this point, right? So we can do this. Cool. Do we need to do the red thing, like my idea from before? We'll do the contiguous selection tool. And we'll do what? So we have a triangle here. What if we just did that? So we did like a circular. Tack. See, it's almost circular, right? It's kind of bad. Okay, so we'll do tech. Yes. Whatever. Um, thicker, maybe? Uh, kind of looks like he has a chip on his shoulder. Literally. I'll do select, deselect. This is so stupid. Oh my god. I need to spend my time better. Okay. What if we did. Okay, we'll go to 15. Let's clean this up a bit. I don't want to clean up like the sketchiness of it, but I do want to clean up like the center part with the glasses, you know? Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm done. Export, no more. Don't overthink it. We'll do a PNG. Uh, tech, desktop, done. We all good? Anybody have questions? All right, guys, I'm gonna call it. I am done with this whole shenanigan.